First, I want to welcome you to Anton's Day Trading Group. So I'm going to answer a couple of questions as to why you should be in Anton's Trading Group. First of all, my name is Troy Epperson, and I am actually part of the software that Anton's Group uses. The software is provided by Order Flow Advantage, and I am in charge of educating people how to use the Order Flow Advantage software, as well as training them on how to be traders. And I am involved in Anton's Day Trading Group on virtually a daily basis as a moderator to the trading group. Now, first of all, you've got to understand that there's some very, very sophisticated software involved. It allows us to see order flow in real time, and it allows us to read the tape. Now, in modern times, reading the tape, time and sales, is flashing so fast it's impossible to read. But our order flow software allows us to summarize that information in a candle in a way that is readable. We're going to show you some charts on exactly what that looks like here in just a second. Number two, another great reason to be in Anton's Trading Group is that there is trader infrastructure. And what does that mean? It means that you have a community of other traders. You've got camaraderie. You've got people to ask questions, that you can watch other people trade. It's very nurturing in the fact that you have other traders to be with while you're learning how to trade. Number three, we've got this Earn While You Learn program. Very cool. Several of our traders are, quote, leaders, and you can choose to be a follower. You can actually set up an account to follow a leader so that while you're learning how to trade, your money can be following one of our leaders. Very, very cool. Now, we only do this, number four, 2 hours a day, basically from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern. So it's only about 2 hours to trade and make money. And that's a huge advantage. Nobody wants to be stuck looking at a screen for multiple hours all day long. Now let's take a look at a couple of charts. So normally under normal market conditions, you can see here I've got some buy here, sell here, buy here, sell here. Now in hindsight, this looks so simple, but we actually have some very sophisticated ways of identifying these sells and these buys. And what we call that is a footprint chart or a footprint candle. And that is what this is. And so that's the same exact chart with the same exact entry points, except that we're looking inside the candle. And you're like, what? What is this? Well, this is buyers and sellers. So we have aggressive buyers and aggressive sellers, and those are actual contracts that have been executed that get populated inside the candle, whether it's on the bid or on the offer. How it's executed tells us the aggression of which it was bought or sold. And that allows us to know what is going on within the candle, not just as the candle is forming, but inside the candle, and really be able to see. As an example here on the bottom of this candle where we've got a reversal signal, you can see that these numbers are getting smaller. 1667, 502, 281. That's telling us that the sell pressure, the aggressive sellers, are slowing down. They're just not making as many trades. And on the other side of that, we have increasing numbers, which shows us that buyers are now stepping up to a plate. And when we can see this sellers slowing down, buyers picking up, that is the secret to a change in direction. And that's a great signal. And you can see we can use that same information to exit. So once we see the buyers slowing down, we know it's not going to go up anymore. And especially if we see sellers stepping in. So there's all kinds of trades. They happen multiple times a day. There's lots of information here. I don't want to freak you out with all this information, but the bottom line is you are going to be able to get a pulse on what the market is doing at any particular time by using this information. Now, it also works in high volatility markets. So in this case, we have some really big bars, and you know exactly what I've been talking about. Here, 1313, and the bottom of this bar is 1302. That's 11 S&P points, 11 times 4, 44 ticks in one 7-minute bar. That is a lot of movement in a relatively short amount of time. So this works in high volatility markets as well. It looks a little bit crazy, but still we have ways of highlighting the information so that you see exactly what's happening on this big bar down. Most people would say, I am not going to get in front of that train. I would be saying, what's going on here? I got big numbers: 3,014, 1896, 1492, 457. What? Those are big numbers, but they're declining, which means the aggressive sellers are slowing down. And then I get some beautiful blue numbers coming in here. It shows me that buyers are stepping in and it's time for me to go long. So whenever we can see aggressive selling slow down and buying coming in, again, this is just a beautiful, beautiful trade. And again, we can use the same information to exit the trade. So if we're long, what do we want to do? We want to see when the sellers start selling aggressively and the buyers kind of wimp out and stop buying, right? So once it gets too expensive, the buyers stop buying. And sellers sense that that is happening, and sellers start to come in and sell. And again, multiple trades a day, looking really, really good. So the bottom line is that Anton's Trading Group has multiple packages available, and it provides sophisticated software and infrastructure for traders and a defined time of day when you're looking at the market as a group. You can email Anton at antondaytrading@gmail.com, or you can call him directly at 301-412-3400.